What's up, Wolvie? Another unit on the scene. Right now we got an accident.
Gracias, gracias, muchas gracias.
These cars are in pretty bad shape. This one don't even have a tire on it anymore. Thank you for subscribing. This officer's going
Gracias,
somewhere.
gracias, muchas gracias.
Thanks for subscribing. And then this the other car, this messed up. So I don't know what happened. I mean, oof. I mean,
Gracias, gracias, muchas gracias.
That first driveway is way up there. And the other driveway is way over here. So somebody pulled out of somewhere.
Gracias, gracias, muchas gracias.
Thanks for subscribing. This car is involved right here. Tires completely off the axle, as you can see right there.
Gracias, gracias, muchas gracias.
But if I had to guess, I'm guessing
Gracias, gracias, muchas
that this
gracias.
car was trying to come out and make a left turn when this other car was coming, hit it, and spun around. But I hard to say. Look at that damage.
Gracias, gracias, muchas gracias.
So I'm not sure if they're gonna perform a field sobriety test or what the heck's going on just as of yet. But they got the officers right here getting ready to collabing what's going on. Ambulance going the wrong way, but craziest part about this whole accident is the hospital is right here. Like, this ambulance literally is pulling into the hospital. This accident literally happened at the hospital. Crazy. Try to get a better angle of this car. And that car is just, man, gone. And then this one completely off the axle. And then you got this officer here who's doing the accident investigation. So I'm pretty sure they came out of his driveway like I was saying. About to have another accident right here with this car trying to pass. Oh, he's pulling out in the middle of the median. Here come the tow trucks. The vultures that they are. Another one right here too. Like vultures, man. So right here, you can see the tire marks, kind of. That car was pushed all the way over here from this. Here, I'm gonna try to get a better. So here's the point of impact. Tire marks. Caused it to go straight over here. Just word of advice, get as many shots as you can. So they're clearing out these scenes pretty quick. Okay, we got a field sobriety test going on. Hey, record this for your lawyer because she's about to do a field sobriety test. Film that for your lawyer because they're about to do a field sobriety test on her. I'm just trying to help you out because that's why I was sticking around, because I figured they were going to do this. They're going to hit her with a field sobriety test. So you're going to try to find any reason to fail her. Just so you guys know, we are on a slanted hill here. The ground is slanted if you see this. Keep in mind, this is a slanted hill we're on. The husband's off to the right over here. I told him to film this because the thing is, they shouldn't be doing a field sobriety test after she just got in an accident. The hospital's right here. They should be taking her to go get checked out. I mean, my camera's at such an angle, I have to angle it down. That's how I know it's on an angle. Guys, she was just involved in a serious accident. She shouldn't be doing a field sobriety test. Sorry guys, I went and told the husband that it's working in her favor because it's on a slanted hill and they should be checking her out at the hospital, not doing a field sobriety test. So if she fails, it's because they set up the conditions for her to fail. If you want, you can watch what I'm doing. Because I'm collecting evidence, basically. Yeah, you're good, brother. My car's right there, so I get it. Like I said, they should be doing a field sobriety test after she was just involved in an accident. We should take her right here to the hospital and get checked out first. But they can always draw blood if they need to. Almost everybody fails these things. Even sober, they fail. And right now, she's emotional, man. Okay, guys, they're not giving her very clear instructions. She's not understanding. She's been involved in an accident. She's on a slanted hill. She's upset. Now he's trying to block my view of my camera. Keeps trying to step in the way. That's why they call it an accident. This is why they keep trying to block my camera. Because it keeps stepping away. Don't talk, girl. Don't talk. He's already failed that second test, so this one's probably gonna fail too because it's the balance test. I'm gonna get a better angle because they keep blocking me.
Sir, step back over here.
Can you tell him to stop blocking my camera? That's the only reason I'm moving. I got a 25-foot plus radius, man.
Step back over here.
I'm still maintaining the same distance. Why are you giving me a hard time?
I don't know why you walking around. Just stand over there.
Because your guy keeps blocking the camera footage. He's doing it on purpose. That's called prior restraint.
Have a stand back over there. Sir?
You keep blocking my camera. I moved to get a different angle. I'm still maintaining the same distance. Why are you giving me a hard time? I have not encroached. I understand, but your officer, who I've given you plenty of distance, I'm not shining any lights, getting a better angle, has decided to approach me because you blocked the camera trying to get better footage of what's going on. I'm collecting evidence for attorneys, doing the same thing you're doing. I'm not keep walking around. Why don't you go back to your patrol car? I already knew they were going to take. See, that's why he was blocking my camera, and that's why he comes in interfering.
Can I say something to her real quick? Just a minute, okay? Let her get settled, and then let's go talk, okay?
You gotta wait till she's in cuffs and in the back. What you just did and what he just did, she's gonna get off because of that. You guys are literally blocking evidence, knowing that I was here filming.
You do realize that we have body cameras.
Your body cameras do this, and they can never be obtained.
Yes, they can. It's public information.
Yeah, okay, criminal investigation denied, Attorney General. I already know, bro. I'm gonna invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'm gonna ask you to go back over there. And if I wanted to leave, I really couldn't leave anyways because you're blocking me.
Can you send me your information?
Yeah, I'll get you my info. And when this is all done, I'm gonna need your name and badge number. Because you were officially getting an internal affairs complaint. Of all three officers, you're getting the complaint. Just invoke your fifth and just don't say another word. Couldn't just stand over, you couldn't help yourself. Probably been on the job less than 3 years. Don't worry, I'm gonna pull your TICO license before I leave this parking lot. I'm gonna know where you came from. I'm gonna pull all your disciplinary records. You messed with the wrong guy tonight, buddy. You messed with me. I was maintaining the same distance, different angle. How is that doing anything different than what I've been doing? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Oh, your feelings are hurt because now you keep trying to have the last word.
Husband. Asked if we can let you talk to her. We said that's cool, so can you talk to her real quick? Just talk to her.
I'm scared to walk to my driver's side door. You might want to charge me $38.15 interference. Oh, whoa, ooh. God. Air conditioning, I'm in within eyesight. It's running, it's air conditioned. I need name and badge number, man.
It's Scolded, 559.
I'm sorry, I couldn't, how do you spell it?
T-O-L-D-A-N, 559.
Thank you. And we know you can't help yourself. You're going to 1028 my plate the minute you walk away. I already know what you're going to do. I'm gonna pull all that. Yeah, you do, man. You're just like all the other goddamn bad cops with a badge. You couldn't be like 95% of Waco I've encountered have been quiet, professional, let me do my thing. I haven't encroached. I haven't yelled at and said anything. You, of course, no, you guys use that as an excuse for training. We don't have a problem, but you can't do it there. You can't do it. That's my right to assemble wherever the hell I want. As long as I don't encroach on your investigation. I would maintain over 30 freaking feet, same distance, different angle. How is it any fucking different? God. Closer to the car. I've been the same fucking distance, different angle. Bro, go pull your fucking tape measure out. I guarantee it's the same distance. There's one in the back of your car. Go grab your little wheel. Maybe you need to get your eyesight checked in. I never go off on cops, but you, oh, every fucking cop-splaining reason you can come up with. Cop-splaining. I mean, it's a dumbass explanation. Not, hey, sir, you gotta move. You know what? Fucking pig. You're getting a tongue lashing because you're the one that screwed up. You interfered with my First Amendment protected activity. I didn't interfere with this crime scene. You interfere with my rights that are protected, inalienable. Why don't you go learn what the fucking First Amendment is? Dumbass. This officer here, that officer, the other officer didn't have no problem with me filming. You say it's not a problem. First thing you said is, I gotta move. You shouldn't have asked me shit. I didn't encroach at all. She's telling you to go back to your car. She's got everything handled. Go be a little good dog and go back to your car. Rough. Most dangerous thing to a cop is a camera. Take out the cameraman, you can do whatever you want. I'm sorry, guys, for cussing. You guys know I never cuss. That's how mad this guy made me. Pissed off for interfering with my First Amendment right. And then tries to make up other shit because he can't get his way. The more you guys do shit like this, the more cameras are going to pop up. This guy didn't have a problem with me filming around his investigation. These guys didn't have a problem, but you had a problem. You should just go back to your car. And I follow through with complaints. Out of all my time filming, you've been the most irate and unprofessional cop I've ever dealt with in Waco. Now you're an angel compared to Fort Worth PD, and I've got 3 lawsuits against them. I'd like to add Waco to my resume of that. I could bankrupt this city real quick. It's small. Just let me know if you want that contact info. I got you. Actually, you know what? Just get a supervisor on the scene. Call for a supervisor. I would report it to a supervisor because I'm going to request one. If you don't want to get them, I'll make sure when these guys are done, I get one. And I'm going to still follow through with the formal complaint, too. I think your immediate supervisor should know what you did. You shouldn't have said anything. Had I encroached or got closer, I could understand that, but that's a different story. You guys can't even perform an FST on flat ground. Dumbasses.
Yeah, so typically what will happen
Trejo, right? Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go ahead and call supervisor? I need to file a infield complaint on this guy. Okay.
2320, 2350.
I don't have a car, but I'll give you mine. Yeah, do you want to grab it? I'm not going anywhere. I'm waiting on a supervisor now, so.
This is 413 Lakecrest Drive on a frequency. I do that. There's also 3 buses serving. 15 acres and an adult. 1 take the car. 5 big on same came down. Very,
2310. I'll give you a call in a day or two.
Yeah, 23 ready.
Just let me know what the ETA is. I mean, if it's, I don't want to. I want to hold the supervisor. Okay, if he's okay. Yeah, if he was tied up, then I was just going to go.
He'll be out here.
Okay. I don't want to tie him up if it was too busy or something.
He'll be out here. He's on his way.
Because I'll be out here all night. And how long has he been here?
Probably a couple years.
I want to get it. I'm going to step over. I'm not going to hurt you or anything. Okay, I'm only armed with the camera because I want to get this name tag. Toldan. Okay, Toldan. Okay. That's just his behavior and how he stepped approach. Shouldn't have bothered me. I mean, you saw me when you were out there taking your pictures. I didn't get close or bother your investigation or whatnot. Same thing with these guys. Let's maintain a distance on the outer perimeter. And he still had to come run up here and then start making up shit just because he wasn't getting his way. So, and since you have this person secured and everything, I appreciate if you can step away from my car door at this point. That way I feel safe about stepping over by my car door.
I can't really make him do anything.
No, you can't.
Well, my sergeant will be here in a minute, so I'll tell you. I'll let my sergeant dictate that.
I just don't feel safe around him. He's got a gun and he's a hothead. I really thought you guys were doing well with respecting people's First Amendment right to record out here. I've not had an issue the couple of weeks I've been out here until now. That was a general statement so he could hear it. That wasn't really complaining to you at all, Trey.
I understand.
And I appreciate the We the People tattoo there. So, because it is about we the people, the Constitution here. That's what that badge is for, to uphold the Texas Constitution and the United States Constitution, along with my rights and the laws of thereof. And if you're going to put your officer safety investigation that was no threat above that, you don't deserve that badge. You haven't earned that badge. You know better than a glorified security guard at freaking Walmart. And that's directed towards him, not you, Trey. I don't know you very well, and you've been professional, and so I got no problem with you. I got no problem with the I don't even know the female officer's name. She waved when I came up and started recording, so I waved back at her, so.
Yeah, I'm taking her crash. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, after that, I'll just fine. You guys, she's going right here, right? You guys.
You too, Burks. Trying to get out of here?
No, I don't think you can go that way.
Yeah, you can't go that way. You have to go that way.
Thank you, sir.
I know, because I had to drive all the way around to get this spot. Appreciate your professionalism, though, Burks. No, that's gated off. I couldn't get in that way when I got here before you did. That's right. 28 my plate. I already know you want to, Tolden. Because you want to know who I am. Scary part about that? Ain't my car, so good luck getting my identity. You'll get it, though, on that formal internal affairs complaint. You'll have my name and number then. If I were you, that little frog in your throat, you should be swallowing that right now. That little nervous gulp in your throat, you should. Talking to a guy who has 3 lawsuits against Fort Worth PD, about to have one against Hillsboro. And I don't know, man, you came close to getting one for Waco. What do you make? About $54,000 a year? 58 maybe? Ain't worth it, buddy. Tell your female officer to turn her headlights on. There you go. Officer safety. Make sure them headlights are on. Make sure you use those turn signals. I'd hate for you not to follow all traffic laws. Because some people think they're above the badge, right, Tolden? All right, Tolden, no more crime scene. Go back to your car. Go secure your crime scene over there. You brought on this abuse yourself, man. You got to learn the difference between keeping a distance and moving to a different angle and encroaching. That's the key word, encroaching. It's like a shameful look right there, man. I'm trying to save you some disgrace, man. You know you're live on the internet, right? Everybody's seen this. And I ain't no small YouTube channel. I wonder how your chief would think of you right now, man. Everybody else been professional but you. And then I had to put you in check. You know I'm the highest ranking officer here, right? I'm the citizen. You're a public servant. You serve me, the public. That's why you have no rights when you're wearing that uniform. Hope you learned something tonight, dude. If you can learn and grow from this, I would appreciate that. Go ask Lieutenant Steiner over at Beverly Hills PD. He's under investigation by the Texas Rangers because of me. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying facts. Facts. I fry bad cops. And you give me a red flag, I start digging. And I start following you. And I start recording you everywhere you go to catch you slipping up. And then I'm going to take your job because I'm going to take that badge. Then you're going to go to the next department. I'm going to get you over to the next department until I get you burned. Until I get you burned and stripped away from your peace officer license. You pissed off the wrong guy tonight, dude. You need to learn from Trejo. Are you a field training officer? I was going to say you should be with your demeanor, dude. You should be with your demeanor. I only scold bad cops or when they really screw up, dude. Hot and cold with me, right? Completely a flip switch. Like I said, they're not busy, dude. I'll just file an internal affairs complaint. I don't want to hold the supervisor up there.
He was not on the call. He answered right away.
You tell him it was about Tolden, he's probably, oh shit, Tolden again, another complaint. What'd he do this time? I mean, because I asked Tolden to call a supervisor, but he didn't do it, so probably a reason. Wonder what's in his jacket. How many times you been written up, Tolden? Is this going to be the first? It's going to be the first. Okay, gotcha.
You probably get a verbal reprimand or maybe some informal training or maybe some counseling, a slap on the wrist, maybe take a constitutional law class, maybe 8 hours of TCOL training. I'm like the nicest guy in the world, and you trigger me, dude. My people never hear me swear, and you got a lot of it tonight. And know how you can end all this scolding? You just go sit in your car and wait for your supervisor. I'm just gonna keep scolding you. So I don't. This is why I did not have kids, because I didn't want to deal with people like this. I don't have the patience for it. I got a badge and a gun. I'm a cop. I'm a hero. You gotta step back. I'm already 25 fucking feet plus away. How much further you want me to get back? What do you want me to do? Fly in a drone? You're like Fort Worth PD, so scared of the cameras, you try to make me stand a football field lengths away? Charge me with interference if I don't? Texas Penal Code 38.15. The most important part of that statute is a person commits the offense of interference if he with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with a peace officer in his course of his duties. You guys don't even know that. How about failure to identify? You probably don't know that statute either. About 30.05, trespass. You probably don't know that one either. How about case law? You want to go case law route? I can go case law route. That's a step above statutes. Probably don't know Florida versus JL, and you respond to a lot of calls. It's just it's an extension of Terry v. Ohio, which you might just think is a Terry stop, a Terry frisk, but there's a little bit more to it if you actually read the case law and learn something in the academy. Where'd you go? Tarrant County College, or did you go McLennan County? Again, not a real college, not a real academy. No offense if you went there, Trey. Which one? McLennan or Tarrant County? I just don't believe in the colleges. I believe in going to actual academies. The colleges, man, I just feel they just pass you.
I never heard.
What's that?
I never heard of police academies. Like I thought the
Like
police.
Fort Worth.
I thought you went to. Yeah, before I thought you went to the police.
When I went to the academy on the West Coast, we actually had to get hired on to go through an academy, not pay for tuition. Oh yeah, I went through the academy too. 5.5 months, buddy. How do you think I know what a 1028 is? How do you think I got to this call before y'all did? Then I give you all the distance. I don't try to run up. I don't try to scream and cuss. I don't try to tell people to invoke their rights. I try not to interfere whatsoever, even vocally, verbally, which, by the way, in defense of prosecution in statute 38.15, speech alone is a defense. Subsection H. Read that. Is this super? Yeah, it looks like super. No, the car. Okay. Well, I thought it was an SUV. I couldn't see the color.
No, he used to drive a old Crown Vic, but it busted on him last week.
By the way, not a like I said, you can feel that a lot of guys, like Adam, is a weird fucked up cultist. Loud. Weird. First name Adam. I think his last name is shorter than that. But out there, he's like, oh man, First Amendment auditor, man, never had my name. Hey, my name's Adam. Like man, he was friendly as hell. Yeah, here's the supervisor.
Yeah.
Hey, go run and tell the supervisor your side before you get in trouble with daddy. Go on. Like a little kid, gotta go run and tell daddy your side first. Go on. And go ahead and lie to him. I'll just pull the body cam footage later anyways, since you said it's so easy to get, right? I mean, that's why I have my proof. Dumbass. I called for you, but I want him to go ahead and cry and lie to you first. Let him cry and lie to you first. I told him to go sit in his car.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's going on? Sergeant Connor. Oh, you got a little traffic badge too, so you're traffic.
That's not traffic, brother, but go ahead. I'm special, man. SWAT.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, man. It's in the card, man.
What can I do? What can I do for you?
Okay, what you can do for me is get this kid some training, man. I don't know what he told you. I'm sure he tried to tell you I was getting in the middle of it. What happened, and I'll show you exactly this. See where the water's at? That's where your patrol cars were. I was parked here before they brought the cars over here to do an FST. What's that?
What's an FST?
Field sobriety test.
Okay.
I'm surprised you don't know that, man. You're a Sarge. Come on.
Standardized field sobriety test. SFST.
Okay. But anyways, they're doing a field sobriety test. Okay. So I was standing over here, which was good at least a good 25 feet away. I got a zoom lens. I can zoom. Not a big deal. Okay. Dipshit over here, because I can't pronounce his last name, Tolden or whatever. He was, I don't know, over there in the tree line or whatever. And I was sitting here with the husband. Burks kept stepping in the way. Don't know if it was intentional or not. He had his back turned to me, so I don't know if it was intentional or not. I'm going to assume that it wasn't.
Well, if he had his back to you, probably would.
I'm just going to assume it wasn't, because my problem's not with Burks. Okay? So, because that kept happening and I could not capture what was on camera, I decided to step this distance and walk that same distance radius to about right here. And before I got here, he comes rushing up. Now keep in mind, I'm still maintaining the same distance or further, just trying to get a different angle, and I'm trying to explain that to him. And he wants to come running up and creating this scene about getting in the middle of their investigation. I never said a word to anybody. I never got any closer. My intentions weren't to get involved at all. My job is to document. That's it. My First Amendment right to press, my First Amendment right to assemble peacefully, which is what I was doing. Tolden set me off by coming and trying to do all this, and then when I put him in his place and he stood back over there, okay? Because Burks had to kind of come over here a little bit because of Tolden. Now, he went back over there.
Who was doing the field sobriety?
Not Burks. I don't know the female cop's name. She already left with the female suspect.
Oh, was somebody drunk?
I really don't think this field, as bad as the wreck was, I don't think she was any condition to do a field sobriety. She should have gone to the hospital.
She probably did.
No, they did a field sobriety and then took her to jail. I don't know if she's complaining about anything. But either way, I don't know the facts, and I don't really care. That's not my problem at this point. Okay. I'll pull. I know, and I'll do a records request for it to really find out. I gave the husband my information, so he'll call me for the footage. Not a problem. But I went back over here. He stood over by my car, and the next thing you know, he wants to start trying to find another reason to fuck with me. Going, well, is this your car? Okay, so what about it? Well, there's this dog unattended. Okay, there's air conditioning and a cup full of water in there for him. We do this every night. We've been doing it for a long time. Okay? I was over there. He keeps an eye on me. He lets me know when someone's coming up behind me or near the car. I can hear him from here. Okay. Yep. He's a good dog, and he's friendly with officers. But he lets me know when someone's coming up behind me. That's the point of being near where I'm at in the vehicle. But instead, Tolden wants to keep coming up. I'm like, okay, Tolden, you want to violate my First Amendment right? You want to do this? Let me guess, you're going to 28 my plate now because of retaliation, because I'm told you off and I told you to go back over there and leave me the fuck alone. Now, pardon my French, because I don't usually cuss, especially since I'm live right now. I don't cuss. He made me say every goddamn word in the book because that's how bad he pissed me off. And I sat here for 20 minutes waiting on you, or 10 or 15 or however long it really was.
It was probably, when they called for me on the radio, I'd have to look. It was probably 15.
So I scolded the shit out of him because what he needs, and I told him I'm going to go file an internal affairs complaint. It's probably not going to go anywhere. He's probably going to be able to wipe his ass with it up in internal affairs. But the man needs some T-Cole hours on constitutional law training, okay? Look, I've been through the academy, man, years ago. I know about T-Cole. I investigate cops. In Beverly Hills, I've got Lieutenant Steiner being investigated by the Texas Rangers right now. I did that.
Brother, I don't even know who that is.
You don't want to. And that was over a trespass warning and failure to identify. He's being criminally trespassed under 3903 official oppression. That's almost what that became. Y'all became almost open up to another lawsuit. I'm suing Fort Worth with 3 different lawsuits right now. Okay? Everybody in Waco's been polite and professional until tonight. You know, nobody's come screaming at me. They've like in the middle of that Circle Point thing last night. Hey, sir, you know, the park ranger's going to shut down the park. It's after 9. With respect, can you exit the park? And they were polite about it. So I asked a couple questions. I asked for a name and a CAD number. He said, I don't know if I give you a CAD. Well, sure you can. It's a freaking public record. I heard it on the scanner anyways. Just give me a CAD. I'm not asking you what's going on. Just asking for a simple CAD number. But still, he didn't know. Whatever. I can find that information out. Not a big deal. But he was polite and professional about it. This clown, he don't deserve that badge. He don't deserve that gun. He needs to go learn the laws. He needs to go learn people's rights.
I will watch this video.
I pull it up on the live stream if you like to watch that. It shows a better distance of me where I'm at.
If you're going to file a I complaint on him, I'm going to wind up with it anyway because I'm a sergeant. So, yeah, I'll watch his video. If you want to give a copy of yours when you...
I'll submit it with it I'll submit it with it.
Then I'll have both of them.
I've got, like I said, I've got one cop investigated criminally. I get them written up all day long. I go for policy violations, and it falls under rights violations because of Texas Constitution, U.S. Constitution, that they're not following. So I'm out here to make sure I'm holding you guys accountable, being transparent, but at the same time, I'm not interfering whatsoever, even verbally, in the middle of your investigation. All I'm here is to observe. And a lot of officers have been real friendly, have thanked me for coming out, shook hands, gave me their first name, and have been polite. And I'm not saying you haven't. I mean, Trejo was absolutely professional. Burks was professional. The other female was doing her job. I didn't really have any interaction other than when I walked up, she waved, I waved back, and that was it. So why is it different from 4 officers that this clown here has to run up because someone's recording? What training are you guys getting with Waco? That's my next question. Sorry to get on. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We do get along. And without saying anything one way or the other, everybody starts somewhere, right? So
I'm being told he's been here a couple years. That should be at least enough to know at least the First Amendment, because that's the first one in the Constitution.
It takes a little while to learn how to do this and how to do it all the way. Like I said, I'll watch all the videos if you don't mind provide a copy of that.
I don't mind providing.
Obviously, you know how it works.
A lot of times like this, if I can talk with a field supervisor and one that's actually going to take the complaint serious enough,
that's what I do.
I usually won't go to IA. I'll let you look at it yourself and make up your determination. And if it needs to be something like informal counseling or counseling like that,
which is probably from what you're telling me, just from what I've done so far without seeing the video.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have a training session.
And that's really all I'm asking for, because
that's not an issue.
I scolded him enough. I use a lot of words I normally don't use. And if you're willing to sit here and have a talk with him, to where hopefully he can grow from it and not do it again. Now, I understand if I'd gotten 10 feet closer or something, but I'm maintaining a radius. I made sure that when I went from there, I went outside and made sure that I stayed back here, giving myself more distance from the cone. That way I have a landmark area, because if you look at all these cones, I'm trying to give myself a marked perimeter without interfering. Fort Worth does shit like that all the time, and they get up in people's face just like he did.
I don't work in Fort Worth. I don't live in Fort Worth.
You don't want to live in Fort Worth. You don't want to work on Fort Worth, man. I've got 3 lawsuits on against them. There's a bunch of shit going on because they think they're above the law, and they think they can just violate people's rights. I know you can't speak for them, but I came down here. I had some good experiences, and I figured, you know what? Hopefully Waco can keep this trend on for the time that I'm in the area dealing with HILLSBORO right now, because I've got some shit going on with HILLSBORO, with the corrupt police department up there. I really don't got time to start digging. I hope it was what it was the last 2 weeks I've been out here.
If you've had nothing but good experiences with Waco, and you have one that doesn't go super smooth. There's 300 cops that work on Waco.
Well, now you know why I'm talking about some counseling or something versus, I mean, he didn't put hands on.
The kid, you know, he's young, same.
I know, and I said the same thing to him. I called him a little boy, and I called him all kinds of. When you see it, you're probably, if you watch it by yourself, grab some popcorn because you're probably gonna have a few laughs. Even Trejo was trying not to laugh at some of the shit I was saying out here.
Trejo was in the military for about as long as I've been alive. He's been blown up enough that nothing.
I was in the Marine Corps.
Nothing really gets to Trejo.
Marine Corps 4 years, police academy myself on the West Coast, an actual DPS academy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know what I'm doing. This is why I'm having that talk with you.
And actually, right now, I'm pretty positive that Trejo's already talking to him. So, just because he's my guy's.
And when I go to the car, I'm gonna go look up his TCO license because he said he's been here a couple years, but I don't buy that. Not his demeanor.
Golden?
Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably been here less than 18 months.
Anyway,
But
it's up to you. If you want to file the IA, more power to you, brother.
I don't think it'll go anywhere on a.
Wind up with it one way
I don't
or
think
the
it'll go anywhere in a formal complaint because it didn't escalate where it probably could have because I stood my ground and got assertive with him. But it's something that could have been avoided. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been an issue. He shouldn't have came up. He should have just left it alone. There would have been no issues, and you would not be wasting your time having to talk to me right now. I know you'll give me the political thing like, oh, you're not wasting my time. It's you got better shit you could be doing right now.
Actually, right
Trust
now,
me.
no. Right now, I don't.
Because I'm listening to that same radio you're listening to, and I pick.
Right, but none of it's my headache right now. So.
Well, hey man, look,
you're giving me something to do. How about that?
Look, you have a card. I'll email you my link on this.
I don't have a card because I should have cards.
Do you have a phone you can look this up? Because right now it's live and it's public.
Yeah, I'll give you my email.
Okay, I'll email you the link.
Let's say if you can just email the link.
Yeah, I'll email it to you. Like I said, I really think he just needs some counseling or some informal training, or maybe some TCO hours suggested on constitutional law. The one thing I've learned, Sergeant Connor, is when officers don't understand their own rights, they're quick to violate mine. I mean, if we would have had a good conversation, I wasn't heated, and him and I had a good conversation, I would have asked him what the 5 elements of the First Amendment are. Most cops can't get them. I think I've had one officer get as close as 3 out of 5, and there's 5. And a lot of times I cheat and give you the first one.
Not 99% of what you'll run into as far as street cop goes, you're worried about city ordinances, state laws. Maybe a few federal laws here and there, but street officers, typically not.
But he wasn't even following policy. He went right for the escalation. That's young blood.
Like I say, I'll watch them all.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, brother. I'll watch them all. I'll sit down with him.
Like I said, I'll send it.
He's going to be very good, but he's very young.
If he's already making mistakes like that, man, he's letting his emotions and stuff get involved too early.
So I started here in 04.
Okay.
I was a little baby too. I turned out all rightish, I hope. I had a little chip on my shoulder sometimes too. Same as lots of us.
Well, I knocked the chip off. In fact, I walked up and smacked it off of his shoulder because he was sitting there turned sideways with his head down the whole time after I started scolding him, waiting for you. So
I'll watch it. I'll get with it.
like I said, it needs to be some counselor, some training. I don't want to blemish something that wasn't as serious to rise to the level of. First off, he didn't go hands on with me.
I'm glad all it was verbal. So now there are, and I've been a part of it. I've had a guy sticking a phone this far in my face, and I took my camera off and I stuck it in his face, and I'm like, "Hey, my turn. I can do this too." Okay, that's
might have been a little unprofessional, but
totally different world, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, let me watch the stuff.
And like I said, you can put a bolo out on everybody, let everybody know that I'm out here. I'm gonna give you the distance. I'm gonna be respectful until you're not.
Does it matter if I put something out? I mean, if
Put the word out.
If another officer encounters you, they encounter you.
You can't. I know you can't control it. I understand. But at least if you give them a heads up,
right. Why?
They're not gonna be stupid. And I haven't had any stupid ones.
You've been in Waco how long? And how many? Just roundabout, how many encounters have you had in Waco PD?
Probably at least a minimum of 20 to 30.
hadn't had an issue since. Other than that.
I witnessed one shady traffic stop, but they didn't say nothing to me because I didn't say nothing or getting close enough. I've got my zoom lens. I only need about 25 plus feet. You guys are trained in the academy. 21 feet is the minimum standard for officer safety. Someone wielding a knife, plugging to center mass to stop the threat. So I give you 4 extra feet. And I'm armed with a camera. It's not even a Canon, okay? It's an iPhone. And here's the thing: it only shoots 60 frames a second. It's not going to hurt you. I didn't bring any acorns with me, okay?
That was some funny stuff.
Just saying. I got the jokes. I got a sense of humor, but
I
still.
have all of those memes. I think I have.
But you see what I'm saying, man? I'm not out here to hurt you. I'm just here to document, man. If you guys need evidence for something, or if the suspect or the victim or somebody needs video that you guys, because those body cameras only cover so much.
They're kind of a fisheye.
And and that's what I was trying to tell them. You go, oh, you can get body cam. Yeah, your little fisheye, hard to get.
These new ones they're getting better.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, but it was his little smart ass rebuttals. I mean, and I was having that argument about the body cam footage and I do records requests. I know what I can and can't get. And with this being an open investigation because of what this DUI thing, I'm most likely not going to be able to get it. And he doesn't. I don't know if he knows that or not.
Right now.
We're just notifying you of the call is just going to be associated with the call you're currently on.
Okay, I'll deal with it. Just so.
I'm not going to hold you up, man. I told you I'm jinxing your night. I usually jinx people's nights because I'm usually the first one.
What time was it?
It's probably about. I'm going to have to guess 2300. I'm just going to guess. My phone is running, so I can't see the time.
So I'm done at midnight. So if you're going to get to drinking it, you might want to hurry because I'm leaving.
Yeah, let me end my stream and shoot it to public, and then what I will do is I will email you the link real quick. And like I said,
hey, if it doesn't go through, you post that, right? Like social media.
Yeah, I'll give you my channel.
Post on Facebook.
YouTube.
YouTube.
A lot of people.
If you don't mind, what's your YouTube?
It's B as in boy, Z as in zebra, Watchdog, all one word. It's going to be the newest live stream. I'm going to mark it probably something like dumbass cop doesn't know, restricts my right to film field sobriety test or something like that. You'll see it, man. Man, to be honest with you, man, I've only gone off on 3 or 4 cops in a year and a half, almost 2 years I've been doing this. He's the 3rd or 4th. I mean, it was just unbelievable. I thought maybe for a second he was going to get froggy enough I was going to go to jail. And I would have gone to jail over that. That would have been a lawsuit waiting to happen. And I told him that. I said, man, you're lucky. You met the wrong guy tonight, man. You might pull that shit on other people in the street, but you're not going to pull that with me. I said, I've already got 3 lawsuits forward. Waco could use one and bankrupt the city, and you probably lose your job because they couldn't afford to keep you after I sue them. I said, how many write-ups you got? He's like, this will be your first. So I did give him a razz of shit, but I think he needs some training, man. Now that I've calmed down, I've calmed down, and the biggest thing was when I told him to go sit back in his car because Trejo was out here as well, along with Burks and the other one. He could have just walked away and said he wanted to sit here by my car door, not let me get to my car door. So I kept scolding him, and he didn't move until you showed. You saw he had actually moved in front of my car when you showed up. Yeah, dude, the easiest way to de-escalate is just fucking leave. Get in your fucking car. Why are you even here?
That's what I told him to do.
I mean, look, Connor, I'm guessing you're what? Probably in your late 40s?
Oh, you're hurting me, man. Come on now.
I'm fucking
mid-40s.
I'm 45, so that's why I asked.
I'm 44.
Okay, so I'm older than you. But, with that same time frame, I was just guessing, Sarge, you told me you've been here since 04, so I was just throwing the years up there. Wasn't trying to hit you.
I started young.
So, my whole thing is I can have the conversations as long as I get the same respect. A lot of officers try to demand respect. It's earned, okay? And when you give it, I'll give it right back. But the minute you step on my foot, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. I go up a level. I don't just go to the same level. I go up because it should have never happened. And it's like I told him out here, I'm the highest ranking officer. I'm the citizen. You're a public servant. You serve me, the public. Don't you understand that? I mean, I scolded him pretty good. When you see that, if you look at his body cam footage, the way, I'm pretty sure I was, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Animated. As animated as I was. I'm sure I probably threw knife hands at him like that. You're going to probably laugh your ass off. Okay, I'm telling you, when you look at his camera view at me, and then you see my camera footage, you're probably, when you see my full experience, all that, you're probably going to die laughing. You're probably going to fall out of your chair. You know, it's like when I beat my disorderly conduct charge, my lawyer had to sit there. The prosecutor, look, my guy might be an asshole, but there's no law against being an asshole. And he's laughing. The prosecutor laughed and dropped my charge and said, you're right. I'm sorry, but anyways, I'm going to let you get out of here. You got to do, and I got to film more of you. This was just my first